We're here in Manchester at the Museum of Science and Industry, and this is what we call the Lighting Leaders Forum. We've gathered 40 manufacturers from the Northwest, and we're discussing a lot of the issues in the lighting industry and for lighting manufacturers, particularly those small to medium-sized enterprises. We've worked with the LIA and our sponsors Osram, Lumicom and Recolight to bring everybody together and talk about the issues and see if there's common ground and how people can find a way forward.
Major challenges facing our business at the moment are keeping up with the incredible rate of change of LED lighting. Not only in terms of looking firmly into the future, but also ensuring that we can service our past customers.
I think the biggest challenge is the issue of a level playing field. The problem trying to compete in the UK market when you're an honest engineering company is very difficult in the current environment. Hopefully that's going to work through and stabilise.
We find that we're not always competing on a playing field with people offering such high quality product. We feel there's a need for improved standards, perhaps for the Lighting Association to do more in terms of qualifying product that meets the appropriate criteria. And I'm not just talking in terms of CE marking, I'm talking CE marking plus LM80 data, the manufacturer's TM21 data showing life based on what they're doing with the particular manufacturer's LED, photometric files and so on.
I think we do need better standards, but what we don't need is more standards. We need standards that will work now and in the future, but with an appropriate and complementary method of policing those standards.
As a supplier to a lot of the OEMs, there's still quite a lot of debate in terms of which directions they're going to take. In terms of emergency, for example, this is quite an interesting topic for us. In terms of control, intelligent lighting, and in terms of being able to incorporate what is becoming standard component form factors in their luminaires.
The end user, the consumer, would benefit from standardisation within things and understanding what they're buying. I've thought it's likened a little bit to the food standards industry recently, where we've had all sorts of hoo-ha, has it got horse meat in it, blah blah blah, and we've ended up with all sorts of champions. We've got Jamie Oliver telling you the provenance of the pig that's made the sausage that we're eating and why you should eat better sausages and the relevance of it to your daily life and the health of your kids and everything else. And I think that perhaps the LED lighting market could do with a similar trendy champion as Jamie Oliver. And as we stood here in Manchester today, perhaps we should have Brian Cox as the trendy champion of LED lighting.
I think there is a lack of understanding of the customer base, but that's not their fault, of course. That's our fault. We haven't educated them, we haven't educated them properly. Yeah, they've had some bad experiences, of course, but I'm not too concerned about those bad experiences. I mentioned to one of the guys at lunch, he talked about these bad experiences and these cheap imports that are coming through in LED. I said, it's a bit like, I said, we've all done it. We've all went and bought the nice, shiny, red Italian sports car, of course, that's lasted 9 months, and then we've got rid of it and gone back to a BMW or an Audi. And it's that type of experience that they're going through, but they'll only do it once. And then I think they'll revert back to quality, and then they'll come back to the brands they know and recognise and have recognised, I think, for many years, to come back and deliver, hopefully, a quality product that they can use effectively.
LED lighting is a very fast changing industry, and there are constant problems with intellectual property, both in terms of patents and also in terms of copyright. As things are progressing so fast, it's much easier for a new player coming into the market to try and copy the intellectual property of somebody who's established and has experience and knows what they're doing, than to come up with the ideas themselves. So this is something we spend a lot of time protecting and defending within our business. And I think that detracts somewhat from the creativity which we really should be concentrating on.
A few years ago, the problems that we encounter with patents and IP, they weren't so much an issue because it was survival, whereas now everyone seems to be bubbling and talking about what's going to happen patent-wise. But you know, as a small company, you've kind of just got to weather the storm, and it's good to get together with other people to find out how they're going about it. You know, do you fight it? Do you go with it? Or you know, it's here to stay. We've got to find our way around it.
They're very big companies, perhaps, that would cause a threat to people, and they do have, as a result of being big companies, the legal might to scare the smaller businesses. But actually, sometimes the SME producers celebrate those very big companies, who at times become a little unwieldy in terms of their modus operandi. They can't bring things to market quickly. The SME benefits from that. So whilst we dislike it on some angles, I think we like it on other angles. And I think what we have to accept is we can't be bitter about intellectual property that smart people took out some time ago. Let's get on and deal with it in life.
Controls, you know, we've only just started to talk about the retrofitting of controls to environment and wireless technology, but it's going to be an incredibly active space with perhaps some very, very different players coming into the market. So, you know, times like this, it's important for these small, medium-sized companies to basically get together and see share their experiences in the industry, and generally, you know, help each other out really, and debate the subjects, and you know, get away from the office and perhaps, you know, the trade press that they read, and share real experiences.